So how to write the names and formulas for compounds, ionic compounds containing polyatomic ions. Okay, see for example, if you have a polyatomic ion between aluminum and carbonate. Okay, aluminum, the symbol for aluminum is Al, and the charge oxidation state for aluminum is 3 plus. And carbonate, polyatomic ion, you all need to memorize all polyatomic ion, which is CO3, and it has a charge of -2. Everything else we are using the same strategy we learned like previously for normal binary compounds. Okay, we are doing the crisscross method. So when you do the crisscross, how many aluminum you need? You need 2 aluminum and 3 carbonate. Since polyatomic ions are a group of atoms, you can add a 3 here. That means that number is only applicable to the last oxygen. So you have to put them, that is a family, it's one instance, it is repeating 3 times. So you have to put that inside a parenthesis and add a 3 outside. So that is Al2CO3. For writing the name, write the first element, which is aluminum. It's like the same thing we did earlier. And we don't need to change anything. Just write the name of the polyatomic ion. It should be aluminum carbonate. Okay, let's try another one. Okay, so we are going to write the name formula between magnesium and dichromate. So we know that magnesium is Mg and it is group 2, the charge is +2, and dichromate is Cr2O7 with a -2. So now we are going to do the crisscross method to find how many of each needed. So this one is 2, so we are bringing that down here. This one is also 2. Forget about the charge, as always we don't need the charges, so only the magnitude is needed. So it will be Mg2 Cr2O7 2 minus, but this is not correct. We already learned if we can simplify, we are going to simplify. I would do that before because I don't need to do this. So if it is 2, we don't need the parenthesis also because there is only 1. So the correct formula is Mg Cr2O7. And name, write the first element's name, which is magnesium, and this one is dichromate, so add dichromate. That's a part of the name. Okay, so the name is magnesium dichromate. Okay, now let's go do next example. Okay, which is one with transition metals. Or do you need more? Maybe I will do one more practice. I'm going to give a name now. So the name of an element is rubidium. Compound is rubidium permanganate. So the name is already given. I'm going to figure it out. What is rubidium, which is Rb, and it is in group 1, so charge is +1. Permanganate is MnO4 -1. Okay, this one is AC because both are 1 and 1. We are doing the crisscross, so this time you don't need a parenthesis because it is just 1 each. MnO4. Okay, let's try another one, which is ammonium hydroxide. Okay, remember there are two polyatomic ion in this compound. Ammonium is the only polyatomic ion with a positive charge. So even though everything is non-metal, this one is considered as an ionic compound because of the ion in there. So ammonium is +1 and hydroxide is -1. So we are going to do the crisscross method for this, and there is one each, both of them. So the formula will be NH4OH. We don't need a parenthesis. Remember, the parenthesis is needed. It's needed if there is more than one polyatomic ion is there, ATO, atomic ion. Okay, so let's try another example with the transition methods. So we are going to name ternary. Ternary means containing polyatomic ion. Ternary with transition metals. Transition metals. Okay, so I'm gonna give you a name which is cobalt 3 cyanide. Okay, so the name is already given, and in parentheses the Roman numerals is also given because we are not responsible for memorizing that. Okay, so CO, cobalt is CO, that is a single element. Don't think that that's two atoms. Okay, and the charge is +3, and cyanide is Cn, and it is -1. And we are using the reverse crossing method. Okay, not reverse crossing, crisscrossing method. This one will come here and this one will come here. Okay, so that will be CO, one CO needed, and cyanide, how many cyanide we needed? 3. That means we have to put 3 here. Remember, you will all have a habit of writing like this. This is wrong. This 3 is only applicable to nitrogen. So that is wrong. Don't write like this. Okay, this is the correct formula. Try another one. Let's do iron 2, which one we need? Phosphate. Iron 2 phosphate. So go ahead and write, it is Fe, and oxidation state is given, which is +2, and phosphate is PO4 with a charge of -3. Okay, so now we are going to do the crisscross method. So how many phosphate needed based on the charge of ion, and how many Fe needed based on the charge of this? So we need 3 Fe and PO4 2. Since it is more than 1, I will place that inside a parenthesis and outside that number.